How you guys came up with this idea of this,
I well,
reality show?
I coincidentally work in television, so I've been in television for the last 10 years, and I the idea really came from I wanted to tell the story about charros, and more than anything, wanted to tell the story about Latinos that live in a dual world, that live at the intersection of two cultures, and what better way to demonstrate that than with charreria, which happens to be near and dear to my heart because I grew up riding horses. You know, my family comes from, and like all of us in the cast, our families come from ranchos in Mexico. So when you come from, rural beginnings, you look at the Hispanic demographic in the United States, and 70%, almost 70% of Hispanics in the U.S. are of Mexican descent. But they're not from the F, Monterrey, and Guadalajara. And if they say they are, they're really from like 3 or 4 hours away from those cities. But the point I'm trying to make is that Latinos in this country come from very rural, humble beginnings. And that's why you came to this country, for new life, new beginnings. And charreria really embodies that now more than ever, because charreria, having a horse in the U.S. is a luxury. Es un lujo. It's expensive to maintain a horse. Let alone 26 of them, right? So when you take a look at the cast, it's really synonymous and parallel to the U.S. Hispanic period, regardless if you're Mexican or not. Because what it is, the cast is, and you look at the Hispanic demo, and it's very parallel in the sense that the cast, we're all very different backgrounds.
Yeah, you have firefighters, you have a model.
Exactly.
A housewife.
A housewife, yeah, and who's actually a television executive. She actually works for CNN. But yeah, she's at home on maternity leave, and the idea is that we're showing people with different backgrounds, different educational backgrounds, and different likings. My brother plays in an orchestra.
Yeah.
So
I was about to ask you, how for you to work with your family?
Oh, I love it. I mean, we're together all the time anyway, so take the cameras off of us and we still hang out with each other. So it's a very dynamic cast. But I think really what it is we're all different backgrounds and we have one thing in common. And that one thing is our Latino-ness, our love and joy for our traditions. In this case, the show happens to be that we love, Mexican regional. We love charreria, we love the culture, we love the horse culture. We love the fact that charreria represents our roots and where we come from. And look at that, put it into Latino context, whether you're Colombian or you're from Venezuela or you're Cuban,
Even the Brazilian ones, we love rodeos.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Adriano Moraes is one of the best bull riders in the world. But you look at Latin America and like this campo, the ranch, el rancho, la finca. It's part of our culture, and really you look at Latinos in the U.S. period, regardless of charreria, we're all different. We all have different backgrounds. Some are educated, some are broke, some are poor, some are rich, we're all very different, and. But we have one thing in common, and we represent, and we love the fact that we're different, that we're Latinos, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, that's really good. And I really like the idea to have the show online. And what do you think about the online world? Do you think it's the future?
Well, I'm talking to a blogger right now, so when you're talking about blogging online, it is the future. And when people say the future, it's like the future's now. It's like Netflix, Hulu, they're major platforms. Hulu's reach is tremendous. Hulu's a phenomenal platform, but the beautiful thing is that if you have Wi-Fi, you can connect. You don't need to subscribe to cable. You don't need to have, my service provider doesn't have this channel, or I need to order this additional package. Distribution is not an issue with online content because it's the World Wide Web. It's beautiful.
It was very difficult for you to gather budget for this type of the reality show?
It was, yes, it was, because I'm a producer and I come from big production companies and background, and when you look at that, you look at the production budgets historically in Hispanic, our show is expensive. We got general market producers and supervising producers and editors, and it's edited in just it's beautiful way. But, to get budget, it was difficult, but, we raised it. There's advertisers that believe in this. There's advertisers that are tired of spending billions of dollars on commercials, and then you get fast forwarded your commercials. Nowadays it's on-demand viewing. My biggest clients, Chrysler, Ram Trucks, completely came in and really helped underwrite the production of those cowboys, and kudos to them.
And I wanted to ask you something about the quality of the images. You guys are recording in HD, right?
Yeah,
HD. It's very, very
it's
clear, very
clear.
crispy.
We're shooting on C300s. really high quality camera, lenses. I mean, we dropped the good. There's a high production value here. It's not really seen in Hispanic television.
There's one thing that I was trying to looking for is the name of the director of the episodes. Who is the director? I couldn't find. Is you?
Yeah. No, yeah, you know, it's actually, we got a talented, it's between myself, but really it's a guy named Jeff Savengros. I went to the William Morris agency, or William Morris Endeavor, WME, and, you know, I hired one of the, you know, a top showrunner in reality television. And he came in, and as well as a good old friend of mine, Harvey Grisales, who is the executive producer of Cien Latinos Dijeron with Mundo Fox.
Okay. Right now, you guys just record, how many episodes? 13 already?
With 10 half-hour episodes.
10.
Yeah.
And you guys are already willing to do the second season?
I want to. Hopefully we get green lit. We'll see next week. We'll see how the show performs.
Yeah, it's January 26th.
January 26th on Hulu. Pay $7.99 a month for Hulu Plus subscribers. And with a subscription, you can binge view and watch the entire season.
Yeah. And I have one last question. I know you were a TV producer and everything, but what did you learn doing this project?
Well, you know, I've usually just come from the brand side, which is integrating brands into content. And this time, you know, I learned everything from line producing down to, I mean, I can now create you television from start to finish, you know. But I've seen every side of it, you know, just how to manage employees, how to manage editors, put together post-production schedules. I mean, it was the best education. I don't think money could buy what I learned in the last year.
Yeah, it's really cool. Your background, you have a communications
I majored in
background?
communications. I played baseball in college, but really, School of Hard Knocks. I mean, I was a poor student. I was a terrible student. I was always working. You know, I was mentored by Nelly Galan. Who's also a big, who's a huge producer. Is a big player in this space. Was a pioneer in Hispanic television. And not only that, General Market, she's crossed over, and Nelly's been an inspiration in my life. And you know, she took me in under her wing as an intern and has guided me throughout my career. And finally, you know, I launched my own career with Emiliano Kalemsuk, another mentor. And you know, really, when you talk about education, I think the best education that anyone can get is just through solid mentorship.
Yeah, that's really cool. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
And this, and a lot of success for you.
Thank you.
And I watched she sent me 3 episodes, but I watched 2.
What'd you think?
I really like it.
Okay.
I really like it. I think people is going to relate a lot. Because
You know, look, it's regular American
Right,
drama. It's
exactly.
regular drama that we have here and we experience here with your wives and family. You know, it's not petty reality drama. It's definitely different. The style it's been shot in is different. It's something unique, and hopefully it gives unscripted television a different flavor.